Hi crafty friends, it's Melissa from Cards by Melissa Minor YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be making a Christmas card with you today. I'm using this new gorgeous Cosmo French Twist 3D Textured Impressions embossing folder from Sizzix and Stacey Park. I just love it. I'm using a sheet of black cardstock from the Christmas paper pad. I've already ran it through my machine. Look at this beautiful detail. Now I'm going to grab my precision scissors and trim right along the edge of this twist because I'm going to be making a pocket to go along the front of my card. So I'm just going to cut along the top edge here of this twist, and then I'm going to cut along the other side as well against the top. Now you could cut along the bottom side as well if you wanted that look, but for today's card I'm just going to be doing this top edge. So we'll just get this snipped off right here, and let me get this other little piece right here just to finish this off. So that looks good. Okay, so now we have our French twist ready for our pocket. Now, I do want to mention that this folder is A6 in size, but I used an A2 sheet of paper, making the design smaller, but you could make this larger if you wanted to. So I just wanted to call that out, and I pushed this all the way up against the left side when I cut this because I wanted that detail of the twist. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to sand this. Did you know that the scrapbook.com cardstock has a white core? I just recently discovered this, so I just have a little sanding block here that I picked up at the hardware store, and so I've sanded that. The paper I'm using today is from 49 & Market Christmas Spectacular Collection, their 12 by 12 collection pack, the classics. And I'm actually using the back side of their cover sheet. I love that they let you reuse their packaging. So I've cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm using a little bit of this refillable dot runner adhesive. I love this adhesive. And I'm just gluing this down to my card base. All right, so the next thing to do is we want to go ahead and glue down our little pocket that we've made. So I'm using a little bit of this Pink & Main Easy Tear Tape. This is in the 1/4 inch tape. And this just makes it easy, and it's really nice to stick. So I'm going to put this along the left and right edges and then also along the bottom. I don't really want it to stick up like a large pocket. I just want to be able to stick a picture down in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this tape down. I'm going to press this down by burnishing it in. And then I'm going to grab my pick up and place tool, also by Pink & Main. And that's just going to help me pick up the edges on this release paper. So I'm going to go ahead and get this release paper pulled up off camera, and then we will get this pocket stuck down. All right, so all of that is pulled up. So we'll go ahead and line this up to the bottom of our card, just double checking that I have the card going in the correct direction. And so we'll give this a nice press. And now we have the pocket on the front of our card. So that looks good. Okay, now to embellish the card. I'm bringing in these delicate leaves from scrapbook.com, and I want to pull this sleeve right here. And I am using a sheet of this white mixed media heavy white paper from the paper pad. And I've already trimmed this down so that I can run this through my die cut machine. Now I have the new Spellbinders, Platinum Scout. I love this. I love pink, so I was so excited to get this. So I'm going to run this through, and I'm going to actually run it through a couple times, back and forth, because this is heavyweight paper. It does take a couple times, and just to be sure that it does cut, I'm going to run it through 3 or 4 times, and that way I can get this leaf cut. So I have one already cut that I've done off camera. And then let's take a look at this, and look, it cuts like butter. Look at this. So I love this little machine, and I love that it sits right on top of my desk. So perfect. All right. Now on my desk, I already have the Project Grip silicone craft mat. I have the black one, and it's the large in size. And then I also have one of these Clearly Amazing multi-use mats. It's light grip and transparent, just to kind of hold my leaves in place. And I'm giving a little shake here to some Distress Oxide spray, and this is in the color Mauve Lawn. So I'm just going to give a couple spritzes here to my leaves. And then the next thing I want to do is I have this white luster brush, and I've let the leaves dry just a little. They're not completely dry, but I want to go ahead and add a little bit of flicks of this white to the leaves. So I'm just going to splatter this on here, making a pool of the white splatter here. And you could keep doing this for as long as you want until you get the desired color that you'd like with your leaves. So I've done this a couple times, and some of them I've put more white on them just to change the color of the leaves, and others I haven't put as much white on them. So I've set the leaves aside to dry, and now I want to bring in a stamp. I'm using this Word Fetty Holly Jolly stamp, and I want to use this Merry Christmas. So I've brought in the scrapbook.com black hybrid ink, and I cut a circle from the paper pad, the same 49 in Market paper pad, and I'm just going to stamp the Merry Christmas so that I have a sentiment for my card. And there we go. That looks perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and assemble the card. Let's check on our die cuts, and I'm going to bring in some double-sided adhesive, foam adhesive shapes, and these are the large 2M. And I probably should use some tweezers, but I'm just going to grab these with my fingers here. They're still a little tacky. I'm a little impatient and didn't let them dry for as long as they need to, but look how gorgeous these look against that black background. That beautiful French twist. Oh my goodness, I just love this. All right, so they're delicate. Like the die says, they are delicate leaves. I'm going to trim one of these down, so let me grab my scissors here. I'm going to trim this one down because I want the French twist to show. So let me trim this right here, and I just want to go along the outside of this the outside edge of this twist. So I'm going to grab my Artiste glue. It's well loved. The label has actually came off of this one, but I'm going to put a little glue along just these bottom leaves because I want them to have a little bit of movement. Now, after these leaves dry a little bit more, I'll come in and just kind of fold up the edges of the leaves with my fingernail just so they have a little more movement to them. But for now, until they dry, I'm just going to put glue along these bottom leaves. Okay, so there we go. Let's get that stuck down and give it a press. All right, and then let me go ahead and grab the little circle with the sentiment and add our adhesive foam square. And we'll pop this on into the center, right at the center of that, where that twist meets. So we'll put this here, and I love the way that looks. And now we need to embellish it. So I've got these beautiful gold enamel dots from Concord and 9th. So let me grab a couple of these, and I like to do things in odd numbers. So usually when I add embellishments, I will do them in threes. So let me put 2 up here on this right hand side, and then I'll add 1 more over on the bottom left, and that will really finish up this card. Let me go ahead and grab the picture. So I have a picture printed in a 3x4 size, and this is my daughter Tatum. So we'll slip this in here, and you could just slip your family photo in here for Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Hit like and subscribe, and everything I used will be in the description box. I hope you'll give this a try, and I'll see you again soon. Bye! Happy crafting!